Hi guys, welcome back to Blue Moon Rising TV. It's the City Predictor. It's back after a long summer of what have we been up to?
Nothing.
At
all.
He's been up to nothing. He's not done out.
No.
But he's just been waiting for this segment to start again,
Yeah,
hasn't
been rehearsing.
But yeah, I don't think that's going to help though because it's going to be so difficult. If you're new to the channel or if you can't remember for some reason, the City Predictor is basically we pick the team and then we have a go at guessing 3 different elements, goal scorer, etc. We'll get onto that, that's at the very end. And whoever loses has to do a forfeit as well. So last season you had to, what did you have to do?
I had to sing Blue Moon on public transport, but I didn't. Alex did it because I wimped out.
Yeah.
And
you had to change your
I had to wear a Real Madrid top for the day, which was really insulting.
And you had to ask Wayne Rooney out on a date, didn't you, or something?
Yeah,
or
that's
flirt with him.
Yes.
So yeah,
we're still friends.
Yeah. He never forgets about an ex-lover. So that's great to know. Okay, right. So today we're actually adding a new bit as well. You've been on at us for ages to do fantasy football. It's a way for us, I guess, for you to interact with us. And so we're using something called FanDuel. We'll get onto it in a little bit, but basically it's a fantasy football type app, and you pick the team each week. It's great fun. We've been playing around with it today.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And we'll get back onto that in a minute. But first of all, we're going to pick the team for Manchester City against Sunderland. The injured players, the ones that we can't pick. We've got Company out.
Yep.
We've got Leroy Sané out.
Gutted.
Who else is about? The rumours that a couple of players might be injured as well, but we're sort of banking on them not being injured, so we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
And then there's a few players who have basically just been like, Pep's just like, no, I can't, no, just go. I don't want to even talk to you.
Yeah.
He's not even looking at him.
Mangala's been just sort of like he's been, like
exiled.
Everybody else has gone back into the training thing and they've just shut the door and Mangala is stood there with like Boney outside
on
going,
the door.
what are we doing?
Guys.
Mangala's not featured at all. It's almost like Pep just doesn't even know that he's part of the team.
Yeah.
Or maybe he knows that he's on his way and he's got 2 feet out the door.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So there's Mangala, there's Boney,
Yeah.
and there's Nasri, look like the players who have just been sort of exiled. So they're not going to be part of our team. So let's start number 1, as is wont to start, and we're going to go with Joe Hart. Last year it was, a dead cert every time, and it still is a dead cert for this game.
Yeah.
We think he's ahead of Caballero, but maybe his future at City has been called into question a little bit.
Yeah, for the first time though, really, and usually when you're calling players' future at City into question, it takes a few seasons. Like we said earlier on, we were talking Yaya, for example. You said every season for about the last 3 years that he might be going. We've just started saying that about Joe Hart, or people have. I don't see him going for a while. I would love to see him improve under Pep, and I think he will. I think he'll start over Caballero. I think he'd be first choice. I think that what you need with a goalkeeper is confidence, and that's what it's all about, especially with somebody like Joe Hart.
So getting those calamities or the errors out of his way.
Yeah. And also just giving him the boost of confidence of starting him in the first game and going, right, here we go, show us what you've got kind of thing. He wasn't too bad despite shipping that first goal in the Arsenal game, the equaliser. He wasn't bad the rest of the game. He made some pretty good and important saves, so I've still got faith in Joe Hart.
Yeah, me too. It just depends. We're waiting to see whether Guardiola is going to bring another keeper in like Ter Stegen. We'll see about that. Okay, now we're going to go across the back 4. We're saying back 4, could be a 3.
Yeah.
But I think he's probably not had enough time to play around with a 3 if he's going to do that. That might come in later on. So we're going to play it safe. We're going to say back 4 of Sagna, Otamendi, Stones, and Clichy. Now there's a lot to go at there.
Yeah.
Sagna, great for France.
Yeah.
Zabaleta's staying, but we just think because he had such a solid season last season and he's played so well for France, we think he's there.
Yeah.
What about Stones and Otamendi? What do you reckon there?
Well, let's just hold up, wait a minute, because we've put Stones in, and I think that's maybe a bit. There might be some of you going, what? Stones is barely, he's barely got his cagoule off.
Yeah.
And we've got him.
It was a nice cagoule though, wasn't it?
Lovely. Where'd you get them? I think he'll play for a few reasons, just quickly. One is that he trained right up to the 11th hour with Everton.
Everton. All right, okay. So we got him.
Yeah. He played right up to the 11th hour with Everton. And he's gone straight into training with us. So he has literally unzipped his cagoule and he's been out and he's been training. There's been pictures of him with Vinny and whatnot training. And also, we are short at the back and we need somebody like him who's got experience, who's got passion, who you can drop into a team and off he goes. And I want to see that, and I think the City fans do, and I think Pep's confident enough to do that with him.
Yeah, I think the fact that we've been playing Kolarov at the back and it hasn't worked. You know, whatever Pep was
we had
thinking,
Delph as part of a back three at one point in the friendly.
Yeah, I think we might see that again, but I think with Kolarov, mate, Pep, I love your experimentation, but that is like an experiment too far. Yeah. You've created a monster.
That's like putting Boney in net.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So don't be giving him ideas.
Might be an idea.
But Elliot's convinced me. So if it's wrong, it's his fault.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like it.
All the pressure's on you. No, but I agree with that. I think Stones, considering the options we've got or not got, we're going to go with Stones. Otamendi, very quickly, looks like he was injured. Maybe he's just going to make it back in time. So we're going to say Otamendi there.
Yeah.
And then at left back, Clichy, he's played well so far. He's done everything he's needed to.
He's always been ace for us, Clichy, and he's kind of a bit of an unsung hero to some degree because he's an hard worker. He gets forward quick, which I think we were just talking about this earlier on. Obviously that's what Pep's going to do, and that's what Pep wants his fullbacks to do, is to be able to come forward with a bit of pace and to be able to play it back out and be creative. And I think Clichy can do that. We've seen him do it.
Yeah. He's intelligent. I trust that he can follow Pep's guidance. Pep likes intelligent players. Okay, now we're going to... This is starting to look like a Pellegrini team here. We're going to go 2 holding midfielders. Yeah. I think when Gundogan's back, I think he can probably play this position on his own, actually. But we're going to say he'll play cautiously to start off with. And we're looking at a very old school Yaya and Fernandinho holding. Yaya probably now hasn't quite got the legs to be bombing up and down, but maybe a sort of Alonso type role, spraying it out from deep. And maybe Fernandinho is the one who can go forward now.
I think Fernandinho's now the more creative of the two players. He is although a very different kind of midfielder to Yaya, he is what Yaya would have been a couple of years ago, in that that he can come forward very well and fast. That he can, that he's very creative in midfield. He can get back quickly. Yaya I see more as a sort of a bit of a... I was going to say a dead weight then, but if you know what I mean, in a good way, you would think Pep can utilise that style that Yaya seems to have adopted, of sort of lumbering around in the midfield a little bit, while Fernandinho does the creative work.
I agree, and I think Fernandinho as well. Guardiola said he could play 10 positions, so I think we're going to see a Fernandinho who's not confined necessarily to that position. So we're going to sort of put him in there nominally, but I think that he could be all over the pitch.
I think we'll see a lot of him this season.
He's gone 30, but he looks like a young man.
Yeah.
So I think that's possibly how we're going to set up. Then the next 3, this is hard. Previously, we said KDB in there. I'm having second thoughts now on the fly, because I remember him saying in another video on an interview that maybe he's not going to be ready. So I think we're going to see Nolito on the left. I think we're going to see Silva in the middle.
Yep.
No, Sterling on the left, Nolito on the right.
On the right, yeah.
Maybe. I don't really know. I'm not sure how Nolito can play. So maybe Sterling's going to be on the right. He could be on the left.
I think we might see Nolito in behind Aguero, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then if we've got 3... we're going to say Sterling, Silva... No, Silva... Yes. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think we're making this up as we go along, which we kind of are, but then Pep looks like he kind of is as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So trying to second guess it's impossible. But if KDB... Look, without KDB in the team... then I do think we'll see Sterling on the left, Silva on the right, and Nolito just in a little pocket there behind Sergio. Yeah, I think that's what we take.
He can play as a supporting striker, can't he? So
he can, yeah, and he has. But I don't know whether it all boils down to whether KDB's fit enough. If he's fit enough, he'll probably start, I think.
Yeah, okay. All right, so provisionally, to be safe, we're going to throw KDB in the middle. We're going to throw Sterling on the left, and we're going to throw Silva on the right. And then maybe KDB's injured, but that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
When he gets
it's KDB
fit,
on Nolito there,
and Sané's fit, and when KDB's fit, well, I think those two are going to be fighting for some positions there.
Yeah.
We've got lots of options in depth in midfield, just not right now.
Yeah.
So lots of players, lots of class players. Silva, we hope to see the old school Silva.
Yeah.
KDB, we know how class he is. Nolito looks like he's up to it. Silva, I've already talked about him. And
Aguero.
And then we're going to say Aguero at the top, heading it. You feel sorry for Kelechi, because any other team, he's got one of the best goals to minute ratios in Europe.
Yeah.
But when you're up against Sergio Aguero, what can you do?
Most of the teams in the Prem, barring perhaps a couple, there would be, you know, hallelujah, this guy would be at the front
Every
of the team
in the Premier League.
Yeah,
If he's fit,
and he would
every
be,
team in the
and he would
Premier
be at the front. But when you've got the best striker in the league in front of you always. He's just always going to be looking at Aguero's back, I think.
Yeah.
But he is terrific. He'll be on the bench certainly. But Aguero, because Aguero can hit the ground running, because Aguero's got that pace right off the bat. He showed it in the Arsenal friendly, and I think we'll see it in this. I'll be amazed if he doesn't score against Sunderland.
Okay, so we're backing Aguero to score. Let us know what you think about that team. Get in the comments below. We're now going to go on to the City Predictor and the FanDuel segment. It's brand new. It's dead exciting. Let's get on to that now. Right, before I take on Elliot in the City Predictor, before the forfeits, we've got a new thing we're doing. It's called FanDuel. It's basically fantasy football. You've been asking for it for ages, so you've got it now. And we're joining the Football Republic's League. So that means we're joining up with those guys from the channel and also Full-Time Devils, Spurred On, Chelsea Fans channel, and we're taking them on. We've got one for the whole of Blue Moon Rising TV, which we've worked out together. We'll bring you that in a second. And we're going to have our own as well. So Elliot, Stephen, Walter, Alex, myself, we're all on there. And you can join in as well. You can play against us and you can also represent City. Because if we don't win, we want a City fan to win.
Absolutely,
don't we? So giving it a little explanation, a little taste of what it is you can do and how to do it. Here's Loz from Football Republic. Take it away, mate.
Go to fanduel.co.uk/The Football Republic to get started. If you're 18 or over, you can join the action. Enter our league for £1 for your chance to win big prizes. Build your lineup with a £100 million budget. Use the promo code BlueMoon to join the Football Republic Challenge. New contests every Premier League weekend. Outscore your opponents and win cash.
All right, thanks for that, Loz. Here's our team then. This is the team that we think is the best. Remember, it changes every week. So you're looking at the fixtures that are coming up and then sort of doing it around that.
Yeah. So it's every weekend you're going to be picking a different team. It's quite a bit of, it's ace. We've spent forever on this.
Yeah, and so we're definitely going to lose. But anyway, So in net, we've gone for Schmeichel. Ex-Blue as well, so bonus points for that. If you can fit as many Blues and ex-Blues into there. I don't know if Richard Dunn's still available. But we just think Leicester, you don't know what's going to go on with them necessarily this season, but I think this weekend they should do well. We've gone for Stones in the middle. It's a risk. Is he going to play? We're taking a gamble.
I think he is. Yeah.
Again, he's persuaded
this
me,
is,
so we're going to
This is down to me completely, yeah. The main reason we've gone for Schmeichel as well is I'm not sure that he'll concede. And also, he had a great season last season, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
former Blue, in a good team. Stones in defence, Morgan, another Leicester player. And then, forgive us, we picked Bailey. He's United player. Right, I'll tell you why.
I picked Luke.
I'll tell you why. The reason is because City's defence is so, we just don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Whereas United, I think that he's almost a cert to start. And we think that they're probably going to win at the weekend as well. So we've gone with him. Forgive us. He's the only United player though, so let us off, all right? Then, in the midfield, we've gone for Eden Hazard. Due a good season. Bit of a flop last season. Played well over summer. Drinkwater. Another Leicester player. I think they're going to do well. Shaqiri, great player, can be on and off, hoping that he plays well.
Yeah.
De Bruyne.
Yes.
He is, if he plays...
This is the thing, is that, two of those City players that we've got in there are maybes. Stones might not even play, De Bruyne might not even play.
Yeah.
But if they do, they'll be rock solid. So that's why they're worth throwing in.
De Bruyne is one of the most expensive players in the game, if not the most, but we think he's worth it. Then a front three of Negredo. The Beast is back.
The Beast is back at Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I mean, glamour. I mean, he apparently didn't like living in England, but he's gone to Middlesbrough, so I'm sure it'll go really well there, mate. Then we've got Shane Long and Sergio Aguero up front. Aguero also got to be one of the best players in the game, 14 million.
He's one of the most expensive, but if anybody's scoring at the weekend,
it's got to be him.
Surely.
Against Sunderland, you'd hope so. Right, that's our team. Now, make sure, if you want to get involved, there's a link below. Click it. Follow that through. That'll get you involved in our league. You can play against us. You'll see us all there. Get involved and
use the code as well.
Should be a lot of fun. Right, now, let's move on to our City Predictor. So, as ever, we've got 3 things to pick against the game against Sunderland. See who's going to win. We're going up against each other. First of all, we're going to go with first goal scorer.
All right, okay. Sergio Aguero. Beat you. Yes! Whoa!
This is, as ever, this is just a game to see
it's
who
the
can
Aguero
say Sergio
rate.
Aguero. You can say Sergio Aguero first. First goal, man, that is, you've basically got a point there by doing that already. I'm going to say De Bruyne. I don't even know if he's playing, but I'm going to say it because it's even worth it even if he's not playing.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, no, I'm going to change that. I'm going to say Kelechi.
Oh, you're going with Kelechi?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he's going to play, but I'm saying Kelechi.
Okay.
Now, man of the match.
I'll let you do man of the match then.
Aguero.
Right.
I think, you know, again, he's just so good, and he's a player that he's guaranteed to play.
Yeah. I'm going to go for Aguero. Because great banter. Yeah. No, I'm going to go for God Lord, who am I going to go for? Fernandinho.
Okay, great shout. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally a score.
3-1.
City.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to say 4-0 City. It's ridiculous, but yeah, I'm going to go for that. Okay, so the forfeit.
Yeah.
If whoever loses, basically, is in next week's video and isn't allowed to talk.
So it'll be like this, but one of us will just probably have a bit of gaff tape over our mouth and won't be able to talk for the whole thing. So whatever opinion you've got about who played what and who might be doing what and what the last skip, forget it, you're just not going to be able to. So that'll be difficult for me because I enjoy talking.
Sorry, I was just giving you a little taster of what it's going to be like. Right, guys,
enjoy it.
Let us know. Lots to go out there. New season, new era, new manager, new players. We're excited. We're so up for it. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We'll be there for the fan cams, all the usual. Hopefully, little Braden's going to be there as well.
Yes.
Get involved. Let us know what you think of the Strand. Let us know what you think of City. Let us know what you expect of the performance. Let us know your score. Let us know everything.
And we'll see you soon.
We'll see you in a bit.